So we're here in Sound and Motion Studios, and we have Mr. Peter Boone on behalf of Mother Peter. We want to just ask you some general questions in terms of how Mother Peter started. Just what's the background of Mother Peter? So when people say, "Who is Mother Peter?" We want to just ask you that question, Mr. Boone. Who is Mother of Peter?
MOP, Mother Peter, is my mom was her pastor. She was a pastor. Her name was Pastor Verlene Boone Watson. Awesome woman. God gave me this name to honor her when I was in prison. And I wanted to do something for her when she passed away. So I wanted to start an organization that represent her, to give her a platform in a church beyond the four walls, to deal with people that don't go to the conventional church, to outreach, humanitarian work, music, if it's being a listening ear, if it's giving encouraging words. That's what Mother Peter is all about. The downtrodden, the people that's the underdog, the forgotten. That's what MOP stands for.
Okay. Does Mother Peter have any upcoming events, or what can we expect to see in the future for Mother Peter?
Oh man, well, God taking us on a journey here in 2021. This project have taken place since 2019, and it's been a journey. The upcoming events is we have some projected dates in Salisbury, Maryland, and Los Angeles, California, also. Those things are pending, so keep us in prayer on that. But we trying to do the album and finish the album, get the promos on it, and do it first. I want to do an album concert during the whole thing, CD release. So not in concert, but it's called The Experience, where God told me He want people to experience Him. Not a mundane concert where you come in and you're not getting anything but entertainment, but you're getting blessed when you come. You're getting prayed over, you're getting inspired, you're getting love, all these type of things that you don't get in a mundane concert. So we want people to experience who Christ is, instead of people projecting Him the way we have made Him. We are artists, and we're artistship that's coming to give to people, not to take, just to take. We're going to give more than what you give. And that's what Jesus does. That's what His whole ministry is about.
Okay. That's great information. So we know your favorite phrase is "To God be all the glory."
All the glory.
That is your TGABT. Yeah, okay. So we know all glory is going to God,
Yes.
and we also know that you're inspired by the late Pastor Verlene Boone.
Yes.
So who else inspired you just to, who motivates you and just inspires you to go out there and who inspires you? Just keep pushing and going. Just tell us a little bit about that.
Oh, my children.
Okay.
My children first. I have to say that my children, my daughters, my son Demetrius, my daughter Raven, my baby daughter Tangier, my youngest son Devin. My children really inspired me to do what I'm doing. And my grandson, my grandchildren, little Desi, Tyson, Tamara, they pushes me to do what I'm doing. And you know, I have a plethora of other people that help me to get where I'm going. And one of the biggest people I think inspired me is Stephanie Bonds. As the CEO and co-owner of MOP, she's just amazing. I wouldn't be doing none of this without her. And the other person is Isaiah Thomas, Isaiah Thomas and Beverly Johnson, who inspired me to do. Beverly Johnson inspired me to start getting behind. I was playing for Isaiah Thomas, just playing the guitar. I was just content, but I knew what God gave me in prison. I was content doing what I was doing. And she was like, it's more to you than playing the guitar. And I filled in for Isaiah one time. We was playing, and the keyboard player, I don't know what happened, he got late or something. I played the keyboard, and she was like, I didn't know you played. And it was started from there. And then Isaiah Thomas, man, he's just been a beacon. I mean, I learned so much from him and so many great things from him. And my nephew, Michael Douglas, he is a big influence. He inspired me growing up, and he was like my little brother. So he's my nephew. And my sisters and brothers, my brother Don, my sister Lucille, sister Cora, sister Phyllis, my deceased brothers and sister Kenny and Ruth. You know, my nieces and nephews, they all helped me to inspire me. But mainly the people my children, Steph, Isaiah, Bev, yeah.
Okay. Well, is there anything you would like the audience to know that we may not have touched on during this segment, or just anything? Just if you have a word of inspiration.
One of the things is I want people to feel me, then hear me. I want my music to be felt. I want my music, this is not my music. It came from God. I want God to be felt in my music. I want you to feel the passion. I want you to feel the commitment, the conviction of who God says that I am in my music. Because God wrote, produced, and he wrote, produced, and did everything. El Shaddai. He's on everything that I'm doing. He inspired every song. And there's plenty more music that's coming out. Just stay tuned. There's a lot of stuff that's coming out. But I'm trying to do it in his speed when he want me to do it, how he want me to do it.
Okay.
Not trying to go before him.
Absolutely.
Because I go before him, his presence is not in what I'm doing.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Well, we know there is a great presence out there, and many people are watching you, and you have a lot more in you. And we can follow up on another interview and another, segment of who is Mr. Peter Boone. For right now, we're going to close it out and just let everyone know that Mother Peter's on the rise, and we just look forward to hearing great things that God is doing through you, and just watching you through, just being obedient to.
I also want to say, MOP is just as good as MOP and GVP, Global Vision, is part. Global Vision production is just as important as MOP. They sisters and brothers towards this. Stephanie Bonds is behind that. She doing a lot of different things. She's a great motivator, and so we work hand in hand. So I can't talk about one without the other. Not happening. Not happening.
Okay. Well, there you have it. Mr. Peter Boone himself, the CEO of Mother Peter, just being obedient to bring you the experience. And as we were once told, Mother Peter is experiencing the experience, okay? So you all have an amazing day. Stay blessed. Continue to be obedient and humble as Mr. Boone and Mother Peter and Global Vision, Steph B. Speaks, will do as well. Thank you for your time. Have an amazing evening. We love you.
Why you did it for me?
that's like me.